Let's get back to Facebook though. 49%.
Morning, guys. They just showed Facebook 3 times. Facebook's not doing bad. Up a lot this year, and they're not down that much. Check out Alibaba though. Woo! And then we also have Tesla down like $20 to about $300 a share. So good morning, guys. Welcome back. I am real excited because Tesla is so cheap right now, and I know I'm going to lose a lot of money with the calls I currently have, but I'm going to try to pick up a lot more because, I mean, Tesla is dirt cheap right now, I think, in my opinion. And Elon Musk, as I said yesterday, he pinpointed the issue with the Model 3 production. It was something with the battery assembly line in the Gigafactory, and they said they're on it, they're covering it, they're working on it, they're going to get it fixed. And so they're going to start getting them out really soon, and their stock's going to go right back up to close to 400. So, man, November 2nd, remember that date, guys. Tesla went back to 300. That was a golden opportunity. Hopefully a lot of you guys got on that. I'm totally going to try to get on it today. I just got to sell some stuff. I'm not sure what. So I'm going to eat some breakfast, wait for the bell to open, and then see what I can do. I'm about to go get the computer to see how we're doing, but check this out. For a second, the Dow goes perfectly even. Oh, look at that! Blue, I've never seen that before. That's crazy. Never seen that before. Alright, anyways. What's up, guys? I am super excited. So we lost $5 today, but I'm excited for 2 reasons. One, we were able to get some Tesla calls at a lower strike. We had to take a loss on the other ones we sold, so I guess we didn't really come out ahead there, but I am glad that we got lower strikes now. That should help us to make profit this time on these calls. You know, you can't win them all, but with Tesla, you know, I knew going in that it's going to be a roller coaster with them, and I know in the long run they'll go up, so I'm not really that worried. But Apple, I was seriously considering selling my calls because I had a really gut feeling that like they weren't going to have a good earnings report. But I was talking to my friend Kevin, and he was saying that, and then I was telling him how like as long as if they don't beat earnings on like profits and stuff, as long as their guidance for the next quarters are good, they could still go up after hours. And I remembered that as I was saying it to him. So then I was like, you know what? Before, when I was wanting to sell, my thought was, you know, with my luck, when I sell, it'll go up. So because sometimes my gut is wrong like that. So I decided to hold on to it. And then I talked to my friend Kevin about that. And then I was like, you know what? They could still go up on guidance, even if they don't beat on profit or whatever. But apparently they did pretty well. I saw the headlines, so I'll post a screenshot. Headlines are great. Shares are up after hours. So I'm crossing my fingers they can stay like that tomorrow. We should have a pretty good day tomorrow. And then Universal Display, our all-star, also had crushed earnings estimates. And that is up. So tomorrow we should have a decent day. I'm really excited. I'm not sure about Tesla, but at least Universal Display and Apple should perform well for us tomorrow. So I actually have to go because I'm tutoring again, but I'll show you real quick how we did, and we'll just wrap it up there because I'll try to film a little bit after I get back just to talk about the earnings, but if I don't, I'll post a link in the description below and you can read about it. But I mean, basically, you know, when you know, I think you know by now when companies beat earnings, you know, it's just the profits are good. I don't know, everything's are good, and then like guidance is usually pretty good, so their stock goes up. It's really not like rocket science what happens after earnings, but yeah, I'll try to film. So let's just, without further ado, let's just look at this. I'm talking too much now. So we're at 168. We were at one point we were at 164, and we came back up pretty well. So I showed you this earlier today. Sold Alibaba, bought more. Sold 2 of my NVIDIA calls to free up some money to buy more Tesla calls. So here are the calls that I got. I sold the 500, 550, and 500. Sorry, can't talk. And then I bought a 380 and 420. So lower strikes, so higher probability to get into the money. Apple actually did, one of the calls went up today, so that's good. We had a good performance with Adobe and Sprint, and this Apple one went up too. And then Activision, Blizzard had a good day. Bad day obviously was Tesla. GoPro also did bad. I think their earnings were bad as well. I didn't really read up on it because I was too busy just being distracted with Tesla. But yeah, Hemp Americana actually finished at the top today, so Universal Display had a good day. A lot of our stocks went down, which you'll see in the stocks recap. They were down, but then they came back up, so really excited about that. We finished today pretty strong. So yeah, I'm just going to fly through these. So yeah, and there you go. So those are the pages of the watch list. Here's the first page again. Yum Brands, they own, I don't know if you're familiar with Yum Brands, but they own Taco Bell and a bunch of other fast food chains. So yeah. All right, so I'm about to go. So when I get back, I'll talk about the earnings with Apple and Universal Display, and then we'll wrap it up. So see you in a bit. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I actually filmed this part already, but my phone ran out of storage, so I have to refilm it. But actually, I went to the Apple store just now and was checking out the line. Not as many people as I was expecting, but I think it's because a lot of people are starting to just pre-order them now, and I guess you don't have to like actually camp out at the store. When you pre-order them, you can just go in whenever you need to go. But let's talk about Apple, and then we're going to talk about Universal Display, and then we'll just wrap up this video. So with the iPhone, a few articles I was reading. One of them was iPhone demand charges Apple's results, and it said in the article the demand for the iPhone, which accounts for 2/3 of the total sales for Apple, along with an upturn in sales of the Mac computers and the iPad tablets, helped Apple deliver its fourth consecutive quarterly increase in revenue and the third quarterly increase of profit, which rose 19% to $10.71 billion, which is just so much money for a quarter, just for those sales. It's insane. The next article, which is kind of interesting, hundreds line up in Sydney for the Apple iPhone X launch. So this one said around 400 people lined up to spend about $1,579 Australian, which comes out to about $1,218 US, for the new iPhone. And this one kid, Bishoy Bayman, who's 18 years old, he started camping out like a week leading up to the iPhone launch. So he started lining up literally like last Friday, and that's just insane. And he ended up paying to someone to like give him cuts in the line so he can get a further spot. And he ended up buying 2 phones, which he plans on selling for $3,000 each. And I mean, I appreciate the kid's hustle, but man, that's a long time to wait. And if you factor in whatever he spent plus what he's going to pay, probably with sales tax. I'm not sure if Australia has sales tax. I'm pretty sure they probably do. But I just don't think, me personally, I don't think it's worth it. But he could have made more just buying Apple stock. So I hope he does that at some point. So if you, Bishoy Bayman, if you do find this video somehow on YouTube, start investing, because you won't have to do that anymore in the future. Apple said that when pre-orders started, the demand has been off the charts, quote, off the charts, and that's just amazing to hear. So let's keep moving on. Apple earnings show sales turning around in 3 important areas. So there's 3 important areas that Apple is starting to see an increase in sales again, which is really, really good. China being one of them, and China's the biggest country in the world, so it's got the biggest market. They've been struggling to break into that market, but sales jumped 12% to $9.8 billion, which the analysts estimated $9 billion, so they did really good with that. Quote, it was an all-time record quarter for Mac sales in mainland China, as well as an all-time high for services revenue. So that's awesome. And the iPad sales, the iPad showed its first year-over-year growth in unit sales for the first time in 4 years last quarter. So that's amazing. 10.3 million iPads sold for $4.3 billion, beating analyst revenue estimates by almost $500 million. So that's awesome. The last part, so China sales was 1, iPad sales was 2. They're seeing an increase, and the third is education. And Mac sales, just like the iMac computers, returned to growth in the past quarter, with unit sales jumping 10% from that disappointing quarter a year ago, and revenue was increased by 25%. And that's because Apple has been making a big push to get more iPads to be used in education. And I'm actually noticing that just from tutoring. There's 2 of my students who, they go to the same school, but they have iPads instead of like math textbooks and notebooks. So they do all their work in the iPad. They can do homework on the iPad and then like submit it through the Wi-Fi and submit it to the teachers. And so it's much more efficient, saves a lot more paper, and I'm actually a big fan of that. And then also Apple, with the increase in the stock price after hours, they're moving towards $900 billion in market cap, which is just insane. I don't know who's ahead right now, Apple or Amazon, but one of them is gonna hit $1 trillion in market cap soon. That's just insane. So let's talk about Universal Display, because if you go, I'll put a little card here on the video, maybe that way. Watch that video because it's cool. It was from when I was just starting the vlog. I went to Best Buy to test drive an Oculus Rift and see how it was. But I noticed the OLED TVs, and I just went over there and I was drawn to them by how amazing the picture quality is. And so I was just like, ever since then, I was like all on board with OLED technology, and Universal Display is the one I decided to invest in. And they've been just doing so well this year. And wait to hear what this happened in their earnings report. So it said, the article says Universal Display jumped 7%. The Q3 crushes consensus, and they raised their year view. The CFO, Sidney Rosenblatt, called it, quote, another outstanding quarter of solid results, and he was citing the debut of new smartphones using the OLED technology, and also increasing demand for OLED TVs. And that's what I've been saying since the beginning, guys. Like, I'm just so happy that my prediction is becoming right, because it's just a good quality. And if you still haven't seen an OLED TV, seriously, like this weekend, go to Best Buy or go to an appliance store, like an electronics store, look at their OLED TVs and compare it to the non-OLED TVs, and you'll really see the quality difference, and you'll see why I'm so bullish on this stuff. But yeah, you gotta see it for yourself. And he also was touting plans for the world's first foldable OLED display product. I feel like that's been made before as like prototypes. I don't know if that just doesn't count, but I've seen stuff on the internet. Maybe it wasn't even real, I'm not sure. But with LEDs, you can kind of bend them, and this one they're trying to fold it somehow. I thought it was like a phone that was doing that. But anyways, revenue in the 3 months ended in September rose to $61.7 million, which earnings per share 28 cents. And analysts have been modeling $46.7 million in revenue, or 11 cents per share in net income. So they just way blew past the estimates, and that's why their stock, plus their guidance, they raised. So with Apple's also guidance raised, and that's why their stocks are going up so much. Now, Universal Display was up $9.65 after hours, but then now they're only up $4.15. But that's still really good because they're up. So, that's a really good increase. Hopefully tomorrow it'll go up more, and so we'll have to see. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any questions, please comment in the comment section below. I gotta go to bed because I gotta wake up early tomorrow, and I'm gonna go to the Apple store and see how the line's doing, and just kind of see, and I gotta get some more editing done. So hope you guys had a fantastic evening, and we will see you tomorrow.